So, hello everyone, and welcome to the video. I don't want to spend too much time in the intro here, so with that said, this is assuming Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 will happen at some point, and with that said, this is my personal top 10 things I would add, if I could, to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. And before we do get into number 10 on this list, if you are not subscribed, please do subscribe, as it does help the channel out a significant amount. And if later on you decide that you want to unsubscribe, that's fine. It's free to do and it's easy to do. You guys know the deal. Again, if you're not subscribed, please do. Thank you ever so much. And let's get into this list, starting at number 10. Starting off this list at number 10, I want Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 to be cross-gen and cross-platform. Regardless of what the next Dragon Ball console game is, there's a very good chance that whatever that game ends up being, there's a good chance that that game will be the final Dragon Ball console game to be released for, technically now, last gen, that being PS4, Xbox One, and you know, stuff like that. So just to make, I guess, like the transaction, whatever, a little bit more smooth, I want Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3, assuming it is the next Dragon Ball console game, to be on current gen, that being PS5 and the Xbox Series X, as well as on past gen, PS4, Xbox One, maybe the Switch, and have it available to crossplay with each other, regardless of console and regardless of console generation. Number 9, animated SAIYAN tales. Yes, there's going to be a few like this on this list. This is something that's brought up time after time after time. Even when Xenoverse 2 gets new updates, this is something that is fairly high for the most part on a few people's lists, well, quite a few people actually, on their lists for things that they would add and will change to Xenoverse 2. And the fact that this was something that was in Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, so note, we're going to be talking a lot about Ultimate Tenkaichi and referencing it a lot in this video. The fact that that game, despite what that game is, despite the fact that that game did it in 2011, there's no excuse at this point. There's no excuse for it not being in Xenoverse 2 or even in the original Dragon Ball Xenoverse game. This is something that should just be added. Animate them. I'm going to assume it's not that hard to do. I'm not a game developer, so I don't know. Maybe it breaks the game. Who knows? And also make it so when you turn into any of the Super Saiyan transformations, either it be Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, Blue Evolution, maybe more like Super Saiyan God, make it change color. Modders have been able to do it, and the fact that Bandai haven't caught on to that this has been something that we want is, I don't know if it's just funny or concerning, but regardless of that, let's move on to number 8. And number 8, Super Saiyan hair. Yes, we are doing something to a horse here. Pause, leave a like. What? What? But yeah, much like Saiyan Tails, spiky Super Saiyan hair, proper Super Saiyan hair, is something that was done in Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi back in 2011, fam. Like, the fact that not only was it in Ultimate Tenkaichi, but the fact that it's also something that's like commonplace in mods, PC mods for Xenoverse 2. Why this has not been a free update for Xenoverse 2 despite it not being in the game, which it should have been coming from Xenoverse 1 to Xenoverse 2. Again, there's no excuse for this. It's either that the developers and or publishers, probably the developers, let's be fair, it's either that they are just that out of touch or they just don't know how to do it. I'm going to assume the former, but regardless of that, yeah, spiky Super Saiyan hair for Super Saiyan 1, 2, maybe for Super Saiyan 3, and for Super Saiyan Blue and Blue Evolution as the Awokens in the game as of right now. This is just inexcusable. Now, yes, I know I'm making it sound like rather that this is something more serious than it is. It's not serious, it really isn't. But given that Ultimate Tenkaichi did this, almost, actually no, I'm recording this on the 10th of January 2021. Given that Ultimate Tenkaichi did this pretty much 10 years ago, give or take, and it's not in Xenoverse right now, this is something that should definitely and wholeheartedly be added to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Now, before we continue with this list, I do just want to remind you guys that I do actually have a Discord server. Discord.gg/Burcol. Link on the screen. It's also in the description of the video. You're more than welcome to join. Thank you ever so much. Once again, discord.gg/Burcol. Number 7, banning and punishing rage quitters, modders, and boosters. This is something that I wish I didn't have to mention as a sort of quote-unquote feature, but this is something that realistically should already be in place. Again, not only for people who mass rage quit, not only for people who use mods online, but also for people who boost to get their way up the leaderboard in, for example, ranked battles. Now, they've kind of fixed this, the latter, by making ranked and the world tournaments so that once two people have joined, you can't leave and or kick them from the lobby. But no, it's the people have found the workaround from this. Yeah, this is something that should have honestly been in the original Xenoverse game. There's no excuses at this point. Ban them or punish them, either and or both. Oh! Coming in at number 6, I want access to currently locked content from both the original Xenoverse game and from Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, for example, in Xenoverse 1, the original Dragon Ball Xenoverse game, there's characters that you can use online in free play and stuff like that, that for some reason were removed for the sequel. For example, Venus Mode, Super Saiyan 3, Gold Tanks. This was such a weird thing. I kind of understand it with presets. For example, Krillin and Yamcha with Kaioken. But why remove characters? It just... I don't get it. Or different presets of characters that give them a different transformation. Once again, such as Venus Mode, Super Saiyan 3, Gold Tanks. There's also stages which can only be used in certain modes. For example, Frieza's spaceship in certain parallel quests, as well as the final story mode mission against Final Form Mirror in the question mark unknown taken over city. This one right here. Yeah, make these available for online PvP, please and thank you. Moving on. Number 5, we have something that technically already is in the game, technically speaking, but that is giant playable characters. Now, yes, I do know that this is technically in the game, as I've just mentioned, in the form of the Turn Giant Namekian Awoken skill for Namekian Cax. But I kind of feel like in the PyCon update / DLC 12, or if they do more updates, either free and or paid after that update, they may do something like this in the Crystal Raid mode and allow us to play as the giant characters in the game right now. For example, Great Ape Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga, Great Ape Baby Vegeta, Great Ape Raditz, Snapper, Bardock, and stuff like that. But yeah, have these available to use online as well. So if you want, you can have a 3 versus 3 Great Ape Battle Royale, maybe. Yes, add more playable giant characters. Mate, add Hirudegarn. Hey, do you remember when Xenoverse 2 had custom auras? Wait, you don't remember it? Oh, that's right, because it's not in the game. But there should be, number 4, custom auras for both Cax and original characters. I remember specifically after Xenoverse 1 revealed that you could actually make your own character, there was discussion of what aura would you pick, because this was something that we expected. Going back to Ultimate Tenkaichi once again, you can do this in Ultimate Tenkaichi, and it's a trick, I believe, to do it for both your base form and for your Super Saiyan form on your CAC. And also, I believe the first Dragon Ball console game to do this was Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I think that was the first game. And fam, this is over 10 years old now, close to 15. This is something that should be in the game, and I'm so confused as to why this isn't in the game, given that, in my opinion, this seems like something that should be done and just make it part of the equipment setting, right? Just like in the equipment, just have like a slot under accessory for your aura, and you can have all the different colors, a Super Saiyan aura, Kefla's aura. Yeah, this is something that I'm just really surprised more than anything as to why this is not in Xenoverse 2. And it's something that should be in Xenoverse 3 to add an extra layer to your creation and customization when you make a character. Number 4 and number 3 kind of go hand in hand, and yes, we'll be mentioning Ultra Tenkaichi once again, and that is custom movesets or mentor movesets. Now, I kind of think I know why, if there was a reason why outside of just laziness or what have you, as to why this isn't a thing yet. I think that's because if you could, for example, have either Goku or Hit's moveset for your, again, as an example, if your male Earthling or male Saiyan characters, your Cax, with the different skills that Cax can use, your avatar can use, this will make it painfully broken to the point of something that we've not seen as of right now. It would make an extra layer of cheese to Xenoverse 2, well, to Xenoverse 3, which maybe doesn't need, I don't know, but at the very least, it could have just maybe 3 or 4 different movesets to pick from when you make your character. I think having a couple, maybe even a couple of weapon-based ones would work better than just saying, oh, hey, you want Goku's moveset? Here, let's copy and paste it. Oh, look, it's broken. Moving on. Number 2, new transformations. Now, I mostly mean this just for your created character, but I mean characters such as Super Saiyan Rage Trunks should be a playable character, which goes back to a point earlier, which was that's part of locked content. The character of Super Saiyan Rage Future Trunks is already in the game, and he helps you on a DLC story mode mission. Now, I do think this is something out of everything on this list. I think this is something that is gonna happen, that we'll get new transformations for our custom characters, just because that's a staple of what Xenoverse is. Now, I don't think they should make each race have a certain, the same amount of awoken skills. For example, Saiyan should have all of them, or all Super Saiyan forms, such as Super Saiyan Rose, Super Saiyan Rage, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4, yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. But with that said, does that now mean that every other race has to have the same amount of awokens as Saiyans? I don't think so. Just add what works. It doesn't matter if it's all equal or not. Most people play as a Saiyan anyway, so. But again, I do think the other races should also get at least one more new awoken skill each outside of things such as Ultra Instinct. Maybe give the Frieza race like an ultimate golden final form evolution, like what Cooler has, like in his final form, golden form in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, stuff like that. Give Margins a super form. Yeah, this is something that's probably going to happen regardless. And number 1, new races for Cax. Now, I think I know why we only have 8 character slots in the original Xenoverse game, and I think that's because that way we can then make one of each race and gender. So for example, 1 Namekian character, 1 Frieza race character, 1 male and female Margin, a male and female Earthling, and a male and female Saiyan. I think that's the reason why. But with that said, there's no excuse as to why we only have 8 in Xenoverse 2. And again, that could change from this point onwards with a free update, paid update, TP medals, what have you. But yeah, the fact that there's only 8 in Xenoverse 2, despite them still being the same race and genders, we should have at least 10, 15, maybe even 20. But in terms of races that I would like to see added in Xenoverse 3, a potential Xenoverse 3, or even a game in the style of Xenoverse that may or may not happen from this point on, will be races such as the Bio-Android race, for example, Cell, and I think it's Genome from Dragon Ball Heroes, as well as a Kai race, for example, Shin and Zamasu, and even maybe just an alien race where it has different sorts of parts and customization options from other races, such as maybe a Beerus race, a Demon race, and from Jiren's race. And that's my list. Do you agree or disagree with me? Do let me know. Leave a like on the video. Tell me in the comments. If that said, I'll see you next time.